Hello, we are Geeks Assembled, and today me and Susan are discussing another John Carpenter movie. This one is from 1988, starring Roddy Piper, Keith David, and Meg Foster. Um, a film about alien invasion that no one seems to notice until you found these special sunglasses. We're talking They Live. Um, so I'll go over to Susan now and let's discuss John Carpenter. They Live. Over to you, Susan.
Yeah, well, it's not the first time an alien. It's not the last time an alien that invades will use this very sort of cool undercarriage thing. The master would do it years later in London and across the world using a really jacked up chameleon arch. And so, I just think it's a really great idea. But they all are different, and they all, but they all are not remotely human. Oh my gosh! Except for their voices. Their voices are very human, and so it's challenging to take them on, and they don't die exactly easily either. I guess you can shoot them a bunch, and they just don't die. And this was in the season when I'm going to talk about it the way Alex would talk about it. This is in the season where wrestlers were trying to become actors. A lot of Hulk Hogan, a lot of Roddy Piper. There was a bunch of other people trying to move into the realm of acting. And this is when Donald Trump was involved with the wrestling community. So they send us their best, and we and then they get the worst bullshit of the world. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, Meg Foster, I knew I recognized that name, but she wasn't really an A-lister. She was kind of in the middle somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But in this one, she really chewed the scenery. She was quite amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Keith David, yeah, I've seen him in a lot of stuff. And he has to play a human, but he's great. Anyway, most of the cast with speaking roles were humans, because the other ones were, it was mostly like all about getting them to stay still while they do the whole, so that they can add the matte creature in afterward. But I did like how things that make this film really stand out is when you put on the sunglasses, all of the signs become what they really mean.
And the magazines as well, and
yeah,
everything yeah.
Yeah, and all the food, all the except for like real food has real value, but all these other products, man, that was truly interesting. I was like, hold on a minute, just slow the hell down. Let me look at some of this stuff. Anyway, it was good. It was a good part of the movie, and I love how it started off kind of like a bunch of people in a homeless camp really, you know, focusing in on getting some activism going, getting some, you know, junk pile fights against the authority of Los Angeles, and pushing back on the on the proletariat, on the hoi polloi, as it were. But these people were just bulldozed, and I mean, that just sucks. Uh, what just happened in Boston is they basically shut down the homeless camp on our streets. Just very similar. I was like, holy crap, it's so much the same. I wonder if any of the aliens were involved with that. But anyway, like it's so bad. It's such an evil way of dealing with the problem of homelessness, because people who are homeless, who actually can make a living out, make a life that works, like living rough on the streets, living rough, even in nature, all of that. That's that's just a challenge. It's just a challenge, guys. It's what we need to do. We need to honor that instead of run that over with bulldozers and fucking cops with riot gear on. It's just sad. But they were aliens in this story. So it makes a really good social commentary too. It makes a really, really astute social commentary. But they were also, there was a lot of like back and forth gunplay and stuff like that, and so that was really good. And so I'm watching another show about a beginning point of a rebellion and stuff, and it's the show Andor, and there's a lot of like the mechanics of fomenting danger for the ruling class is it's pretty there's some parallels in both movies, so or the TV show in this movie, but special effects are a little weird, but anyway, they try to do the same sort of thing when the master comes back in the 2010 Doctor Who series. So anyway, I'm just wondering what Lee thought of this, because I just dumped a whole bunch of tropes and other political junk on top of it, and then put some more tropes there, and then covered it with some other stuff. So I don't know if you really want to hear anything more from me in this podcast. But anyway, just gonna give this over to Lee.
Oh, thank you. I agree. There is a social comment in this movie about the homeless, the poor, and the rich.
Yeah.
I think this is what Carpenter set out to do with this one, because every movie he's done, he does have a social commentary. Even if it's really well hidden, this one is about the rich and the poor divide. Yeah, I mean, this will be maybe about the fourth time I've seen this movie now. DVD, of course.
Yep.
Um,
Good for you.
and it's aged well because of the alien effects look so brilliant. And the makeup they use when he's looking through the glasses, and also as you said, all the hidden agenda messages all over the walls, even on the TV adverts and even in the magazines and everything. Amazing, great idea.
Yeah.
So subconsciously, the humans are taking all this in.
Yeah.
They're not even knowing they've taken this
Yeah,
in.
like the one that I noticed that really would kind of clash with people I love and respect was the one that said marry and reproduce, and like totally anti-gay right there. And I'm just like, yeah, that's probably what they do, put subliminally in a bunch of bullshit for real. Anyway, go on.
But the acting from certain people, debatable, of course. Mr. Roddy Piper, but great choreographed fight scene with Keith David in the down the alleyway. You could, that was just an amazing fight, and it seemed to go on forever. But that was really well choreographed. Meg Meg Foster. I mean, I only remember from playing Evil Lynn in He-Man movie a year before.
Oh, Click. That's right.
I mean, I can't remember any other roles she's done, but these two movies stick out. Stick out in my mind with her, and I totally agree. She was chewing the scenery, more than Roddy Piper.
It's true. It's true.
It was a bit, because it made you think when he found the sunglasses, what the hell's going on here? What and then also it all comes past that this rebellion, underground rebellion, who know about these aliens, have created this technology so you can see between the humans and the aliens. And then later on, of course, they create the contact lenses.
Yeah,
So,
that was interesting too.
yeah, but of course, the rebellion doesn't stand a chance when you've got collaborators in the midst, and the rebellion was destroyed, as was the little shanty town, for the drifters. Yeah, it's an enjoyable movie. It's, as I say, it's not a horror, but there again, alien invasion could be. The way that what plans they had for the human race
Yep.
could be horror themed. And it turns out there's collaborators. I mean, spoilers.
Right.
One of the drifters was a collaborator, and even Meg Foster's character was a drifter, a collaborator.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they stood no chance, and every character you got to know in this dies.
Nope.
Even the main two characters, Piper and Keith David. But and it's all about stopping that signal, the blocking signal, destroy the blocking signal so the humans can see what's out there in front of them,
Yeah.
and they succeed, and
Yeah.
that's where the movie finishes.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be interesting. I mean, I don't know if Carpenter's ever thought about doing a sequel to this, of the aftermath of the human race, how they cope with this alien invasion now that it's out in the open.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
We did. We did.
I don't know if there's ever been.
We did review Section 9 or what is it called? Uh,
District 9.
District 9, and it's that's about a long-term invasion by a rather interesting alien. So yeah, this would be something to revisit in the future. I agree.
Yeah, but I don't think Carpenter really does revisit things he's done. I'm trying to think. Apart from the Escape from movies
No,
of
that
New
he did.
York.
He revisited vampires 1, 2, and 3. There's three. There's two sequels to that one. There's three in.
There is sequels, but I don't think he had anything to do with them.
Oh,
I'd have to check on them, but I don't think he had anything to do with them. as like when he did Halloween back in '78, he had nothing to do with Halloween 2, or he didn't direct it or anything like that.
Oh,
So
okay. I didn't know that either.
it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to find out if there was ever a script or anything put forward in front of him to say, "Go on, make the sequel." Because I think this movie did do rather well at the box office. So, anything else? Or back over to you, Susan?
Things that things that I just thought were really sort of cool to watch was them digging a hole through the wall, trying to get to the other side to help that person out.
That not this movie.
So was that in Prince of Darkness?
That was Prince of Darkness.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Two movies mixed up. Okay.
Rewind.
Fine. So, okay. Then the other thing, then the real thing was that I liked is that when the when they were in the they used that watch thing and it formed like a little circle and dropped them down into a completely underground city. That was really cool. There was a bit like the Ring transporter and Stargate, but it was also like um it was like up there was all dirty and lived in and stuff, and then you go down one level and suddenly you're in there are these grand ballrooms.
Yeah.
Where yeah. Where there weren't very many humans actually down there. There were mostly just the hoi polloi of the
alien elite.
The alien elite, yeah.
Yeah. You didn't say that scene. Yeah, you didn't expect when they dropped down there into this like subway corridors or whatever it was. You didn't expect when they turned around the corner that it was, as you say, a grand ballroom.
Right.
You never expected that.
I know. I mean, but I also liked how they were able to turn off the the pulse or whatever it was that was sending the signal to all the people to the mind control device.
His final act.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I think actually it was a good way to end the movie.
Yeah.
Especially the woman and guy having sex right at the end.
Yeah.
The woman's on top of the guy, and then all of a sudden the thingy's turned off, and she can see who she's having sex with.
and he's like, "What's the matter with it?"
What's the matter? Credits. Oh dear. Anything else before I go to final set? Scott?
Let's see. Other things that I found interesting about this were yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just thinking, they tried to add enough hippie in there and enough like of the homeless population and stuff so that you could really see the difference between the haves and the have-nots.
Yeah.
And in California, it's just the reason it's so easy to be homeless in California is because it is climate friendly to be homeless in California. Like it's 60, it's between like 30 and 100 degrees, 120 degrees in the Central Valley, but yeah, it's not below zero ever. So it's so much easier to be homeless
Mm.
in
Oh, yeah.
California. And I don't know. Roddy Piper was a brave choice there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think this might have been. I don't know if it was, but this might have been his first acting role. I don't know if he did any small parts before this, but it was his main role in a movie.
Yeah,
Uh, and he's gone down in movie history with one of the best movie quotes. What is it?
I've come to chew gum and
Bubblegum and kick ass,
kick
and
ass.
I'm all out of bubblegum.
Yeah.
Great quote. Right. There's Susan. She's got the bubblegum.
I got the buffalo gum.
Yeah. So we'll go
But
on final.
he did do a lot of stuff. He did 174 things that they consider acting, but most of it was most of the early stuff was wrestling,
Yeah.
except for the Goonies are good enough.
Ah, yeah.
And then he was in the Highwayman as a preacher in '87, and then I'm trying to get to They Live.
I've just got it here. There Live was his second lead role.
Yeah, okay.
Hell Comes to Frogtown was his first one, but that was the same year before There Live.
Okay. Well, he was
Yeah.
doing so much wrestling stuff. It fills up his IMDb, so I couldn't really you can't really pick out his major roles because of all the wrestling stuff. So apparently they consider wrestling to be an acting job.
Well, it is really, isn't it?
It really is.
Because it's all choreographed. It's all acting in the ring.
Yeah.
Because the run through the routine and everything
Yeah.
like that. But everybody loves it.
So no wonder he was good at stage fighting or whatever. Yeah, I guess that's a big deal.
And say also have Keith David in this as well. I mean, Carpenter used him before in The Thing.
In the thing, yeah.
Carpenter's always seems to use certain actors every so often. I mean, he's well known for using Kurt Russell several times, and say Keith David, Donald Pleasance. But Keith David is a really well known actor. I mean, even if it's not his movie, it's voice acting. In all these cartoons, and
Oh yeah.
so yeah, great actor. Shall we go to final say and score now?
Sure.
What will you give it?
Well, I guess because of all the cool aliens that were involved, and I don't know how they seem to have like human names in the IMDb. So I don't know if they got their fair pay or whatever. They got paid in stuff that they could use on their planet, but it was great to see a bunch of aliens got a job then. and I look forward to one day the master meeting these guys, because the similarities are just going to blow their little minds anyway. My enjoyment of this was, I mean, it was so fun. It went by so fast. I really like this movie, so I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It was 8 out of 10. Mind control raise out of 8 out of 10 mind control raise.
Cool.
And how about you?
I'm going to go a little bit higher. I'm going to go 8.5. I'm going to go 8.5 bubblegum wrappers out of 10. The main thing for me was great story, great action, great effects. It's just that some of the acting was just not, it missed, I think.
Yeah.
It was just a bit wooden, a bit over the top. But apart from that, it's a lovely movie. So yeah, 8.5 for me. So that is our little review of They Live. You guys out there, if you have seen the movie, leave a comment below. You'll find our videos on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Insta. So leave a comment. Also, if you want to join us, please leave a comment and let us know that you want to join us, and we'll get you on. All we ask of you is to be 18 plus. Because certain things we review are 18 rated, or the discussions we have are a bit,
Are 18 rated themselves.
Adult orientated. So all you need is a laptop, a PC, a tablet, or even a mobile phone that's got a camera and a microphone, and then you're able to get the Zoom app. That's what we use to make these little videos, and you're in. That's all you need to do. So let us know, get in touch. And also, when you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, please press the subscribe button and the notification button, and you will get there you are. I don't know if it sounds like that, or you might just get a text message. Geeks Assembled have put up a new video, and we do 2 a week. Usually one goes up at the beginning of the week and one goes up near the end of the week. So enjoy our back catalogue, because we've got loads and loads. So I think we're in the 700s now videos.
Yep.
I think, but I think I've lost count. So I'm just checking to see how many videos we have got. Oh, where are we? There we are. It's a bit slow today. Yeah. We have got. We're nearly at the 800s. 797 videos.
Oh, fantastic! Well done, Lee.
Yay! Not long to go to the 1,000.
Yeah, when we hit 1,000, we'll do something special for our audience.
We'll retire. That'll be so special.
God, what a negative thought that was. You don't have to think that we won't retire. We'll keep going at these because we love to do them anyway.
We'll do them as long as we're capable of doing them.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway,
the only thing what will stop us is death. But there again, you never know.
Right?
We might do them in the afterlife. Because I've seen some YouTubers and they do look like they're
Post-mortem.
Yeah.
They're in autopsy mode. Yes, that's right.
Oh dear. So yeah, please get in touch with us, and because we'd like to see some fresh faces, because people come, people go, and we're the last two standing at the moment. So stay in power, stay in power. So yeah, so please get in touch and we'll try and get you one. So I think that's it, Susan, isn't it? Anything else? I think so, yeah. So you guys out there, please watch our videos, get in touch, and until next time, please be safe. Bye for now.